Welcome back, everyone. This is Nate from Nate's Here and There, coming to you from near or far. Today, we're out here at Moore's Chapel Church, United Methodist Church, here in Charlotte, North Carolina. We're going to walk through the graveyard, see what kind of old graves we can find. So grab a chair on this day the Lord has made. Sit back and enjoy. The first one I walk up on is Arthur G. Golder, Sr. March 13th, 1933 to March the 6th, 2019. And Nancy L. Golder, February the 2nd, 1937 to October the 13th, 2009. And their sons, Arthur G. Thomas W. Eric S. with wife Tanya. And this is their, one of them passed away September the 5th, 1960 to May the 26th, 1999. And this is Roy W. Beatty. It's January the 3rd, 1914 to December the 17th, 1917. Oh, he's a baby. I guess this is his parents. John W. Beatty. It says 1887 to 1962. And Emma F. Beatty, 1890 to 1981. Oh my goodness. Whoa. This is George Scott Grice. May in 1887 and May in 1932. That's all it has. And Elliot Grice, May 1912 to July 1932. They don't have the date they were passed away on. And this is Edward B. Wallace, October 14th, 1879 to April the 23rd, 1947. And Minnie Sinclair Wallace, the wife of E.B. Wallace, July 17th, 1887 to May the 20th, 1957. And here's the Reverend Wade Glenn Rogers, July the 11th, 1920 to August the 8th, 2010. And his wife, Mary Evelyn Rogers, October the 9th, 1916 to November 24th, 2014. Thank y'all for your service in the Lord. Here's Roy Keith Rogers, September the 16th, 1947 to January 29th, 2017. Beloved brother, friend, and uncle. And here is William H. Hoover, March the 30th, 1843 and February the 9th, 1929. His wife, Nancy Smith, February 27th, 1840 to May the 1st, 1929. They don't say when they was married. Here is Dora Grice, the wife of R.W. Olton, March the 6th, 1876 to July the 10th, 1935. Here is Robert W. Alton, August 16th, 1868 to January the 13th, 1952. And here is Mary Ruth Cherry, wife of Robert E. Alton, January 24th, 1911 to March the 4th, 1952. Here's Verna B. Alton, December 22nd, 1919 to February the 2nd, 1940. And here is William R. Youngu. I'm sorry if I'm butchering it. November 2nd, 1882 to November 30th, 1947. Catherine Hill, July the 9th, 1888 to May the 7th, 1971. They don't say when they was married. Here's Roy E. Merrill, August the 31st, 1898 to November the 13th, 1953. Maida Wallace Merrill, October the 30th, 1908 to August 10th, 1979. Here's Austin Price, September 23rd, 1889 to April the 20th, 1951. Here's Thomas Graham Alton, October 11th, 1884 to September 26th, 1950. And Lucidia Ella Alton, May the 20th, 1862 to August the 19th, 1946. Here's Helen Price Woods, August the 1st, 1916 to December the 15th, 1951. And I guess this is their child, Jimmy D. Woods, August the 26th, 1943 to June the 14th, 1944. Here's Emma L. Sanford, September the 20th, 1888 to September the 2nd, 1913. She was killed by Infantigo. That's sad. Here's Alexander S. Beatty, November the 11th, 1845 to November the 9th, 1938. Luthen Beatty, January 17, 1875 to February 18, 1960. This is William M. Libran, May 27, 1861 to December the 31st, 1916. His wife Elizabeth Wentz Libran, June the 12th, 1860 to June the 13th, 1930. They don't say when he was married. And this is Robert Warren Lee, September the 20th, 1885 to July the 28th, 1930. Rosa Martin Lee, December 29th, 1891 to August 25th, 1969. They don't say when they was married. Here's Esther Lee Bolin, August the 17th, 1912 to February 25th, 1989. This is the infant son of Eugene and Mildred Tucker. He was born on May the 10th, 1944. Wade Cathy, April the 7th, 1914 to May the 15th, 1946. His wife, Maxwell, or that's not his wife, it's probably his brother, I'm sorry. Maxwell Hartwell Damien, April the 14th, 1913 to May the 26th, 2005. Here is Charlie Frank Cathy, December the 4th, 1928 to July 2nd, 1987. Ernest F. Tucker, September 3rd, 1879 to November 8th, 1958. Virginia S. Tucker, November 18th, 1889 to May 28th, 1974. This is Eugene Tucker, August 15th, 1915 to May the 19th, 1983. Mildred H. Tucker, March the 13th, 1921 to June the 1st, 1978. Here's Jerry W. Walker, May the 9th, 1870, June the 19th, 1918. Mary C. Walker, March the 30th, 1866 to May the 12th, 1929. They don't say when they was married. This is Charles E. Williams, June the 3rd, 1922 to December 20th, 1989. And Maudie P. Williams, July 29th, 1892 to April the 11th, 1980. Carrie Clark, October 15th, 1898 to January the 3rd, 1982. F.A. Burt Clark, November the 9th, 1897 to May 18th, 1960. Kelly Danielle Chatty, I guess that's how you pronounce it, November 28th, 1983 to April the 23rd, 1994. Like I said, I apologize about that. Kathy Pinico Chatty, August the 9th, 1952 to September 27th, 2016. Here's Mary F. Chatty, October 25th, 1911 to April the 5th, 2005. Now this one, Clarence Y. Reed, 1876 to 1943. And look at this, Mary Grace, 1877, but there's no death on here. And here's John Meriton Mitchell, December the 8th, 1891 to May the 13th, 1965. Here's Eva Alton Mitchell, September the 11th, 1896 to March the 31st, 1984. And here is John Mack Clark, July 28, 1876 to December 5th, 1943. His wife Fanny Hester Clark, April the 4th, 1875 to August the 10th, 1942. Here's Johnny C. Paris, May the 14th, 1901 to February the 1st, 1972. Maggie Hoover Paris, March the 27th, 1904 to June the 5th, 1962. Here's Nathan Wallace Yoder, December the 30th, 1961 to November the 10th, 1994. Here's Melvin W. Yoder, August 15th, 1934, July 7th, 2012. But Vivian C. Yoder hasn't passed away yet, and they were married on December 1st, 1957. Here is Jerry P. Alton, July the 16th, 1942 to March the 16th, 2016, and Selba S. Mark Alton hasn't passed away yet. And here is Ernest C. Todd, September 23rd, 1877 to November the 16th, 1932. And Grace C. Todd, November the 13th, 1894 to May the 6th, 1972. Here's Edward C. Todd, January 26, 1964 to October 31st, 1993. And here's Janice Ann Todd, November 4th, 1959 to November 5th, 1959. She was a baby. And Mary Ann Todd, October 19th, 1933 to November 21st, 2023. Here's Thomas Arthur Briggs, Sr., March 21st, 1906 to July 21st, 1953. And Dorothy Lee Briggs, August the 7th, 1907 to July the 9th, 2002. Here's Sarah Springs Lanford, November the 30th, 1910 to June 28th, 1937. In Zula Springs, Millen, May the 11th, 1876 to August 31st, 1948. Ford B. Carter, June 12th, 1902 to May the 9th, 1974. Alice B. Carter, April the 28th, 1918 to March the 8th, 1999. Here's John A. Sherrill, July 9th, 1901 to August 2nd, 1957. Elise B. Sherrill, August 13th, 1900 to July 5th, 1968. Here's Ed C. Beatty, July 14th, 1878 to July 26th, 1948. His wife, Alice Beatty, November 6th, 1878 to April 30th, 1959. They don't say when they was married. Here is Peggy Blunt McClellan, February 27, 1934 to November 6, 2003. Here's Hazel Beatty, beloved mother, wife and mother, August the 5th, 1931 to August the 26th, 2012. Here's Paula Louise Eldridge, March the 13th, 1956 to May the 19th, 1999. Here's Kenneth L. Codell, January 12th, 1962 to May the 15th, 2002. And I think that's going to do it for this one. We walked around Moore's Chapel Cemetery here in Charlotte, North Carolina. Found a lot of older graves. But if you like this kind of content, please consider subscribing to the channel. Hit your bell to notify you when I upload videos just like this one. Like, share, and comment on the videos. With all that said, be safe, God bless, and we'll catch you on the next one. And remember to let go and let God. Bye now.